Hello everybody, and welcome to the first chapter of the Shadow of the Colossus monograph. In this video I will explain what is the main theme of Shadow, when and how did it originate, and its relevance for Japanese history. Shadow of the Colossus has a main theme, a dramatic tension that moves the story and the gameplay forward. That theme is what I call the EBT, for Essential Boundary Transgression. The theme tells stories of characters that journey from the land of the living to the land of the dead. This journey can be an actual visit to the netherworld, a resurrection attempt, or a more metaphoric approach to death non-acceptance, that is, stories of people who do not accept when someone they love passed away. But when did this theme originate in Japan? It was in the year 711 to 712 when Ono Yasumaru was commanded to write the Kojiki, the Ancient Chronicles. This book tells the myths and history of the Yamada Kingdom, a central state in Japan. This book is composed by three main parts: a mythological, a legendary one, and a heroic or pseudo-historical account. In this first book, about the myths of the Yamato, the god Izanagi, he who invites, and the goddess Izanami, she who is invited, hello heteropatriarchy, create the world and the different gods. Izanami dies giving birth to the god of fire, and Izanagi cannot live without her. He decides to go to the Yomi no Kuni, the netherworld, to ask her to come back with him. Izanami, however, has eaten the food of the dead and has to ask the god of death if she can return to her husband. She asks Izanagi to wait for her and to not set any light. Izanagi waits, and impatiently he goes to look for his wife lighting a torch. He meets her, and is shocked by Izanami's rotten and decaying body. He is scared, and Izanami, angry, accuses him of breaking the promise. Izanagi runs away, and he is chased by Izanami and other different gods that she throws at him. He manages to escape, though, and blocks the gate with a huge rock. Each of them, at one side of the stone, have their last conversation. She says she will kill 1,000 living beings, and Izanagi replies that he will give life to 1,500. The myth of a journey to the netherworld is universal, being found in many traditions, from ancient Greece to the Nordic stories to even Mapuche communities in South America. In Japan, it is a relevant theme, for it has journeyed throughout different periods and media. It is a complex story, metaphorical and allegorical, with many contentious interpretations. For now, I am only going to focus on its main structure. The myth starts with a situation of life, then the death of Izanami, a non-acceptance by Izanagi, and a transgression of the boundary that separates the living and the dead. He also breaks his promise, a second transgression, failing on his resurrection attempt, and bringing death and pollution to the world. He has to purify himself and the cosmos, but loses his wife, forever. This structure can be further simplified. It is about life, then death, the boundary between both, and a transgression of their separation. This structure is key to understand Japanese literature, I will argue, because it has been retold, readdressed, and discussed in different periods, and in different forms. For instance, the first novel in Japan, the Genji Monogatari, The Tale of Genji, by Lady Murasaki Shikubu, written around 1,000 years ago, discusses the same theme of the EBT, and so do many other works in pre-modern and modern Japan. Moving forward, in contemporary Japan, we find other examples discussing the EBT, as it is the story by Nobel Prize Tanizaki Junichiro, Yumi no Ikihashi, Bridge of Dreams, in the 50s. More recently, we find examples in the writings of Murakami Haruki. Sorry, give me a second, because Gordy My cat is sitting on the keyboard and I cannot read the script. Give me just 1 second. Thank you for that, Gordy. Where was I? Yeah. Gordy is doing it again. You have to give me another second. Because Gordy has gone through surgery. And he really wants some love right now. As I was saying, we can also find the story in recent works, as for example the writings of Murakami Haruki, Tony Taketani, and the film based on that same story by director Ichikawa Yen. But it wasn't until the second lost decade of Japan, 2000 to 2010, that the EBT appeared for the first time as main structural theme, or dramatic tension, in 3 new contemporary media of Japanese popular culture. These media I am referring to are manga, anime, and computer games. In 2000, the manga and anime Chobits presented the story of an attempt to overcome the pain of death through the construction of robots. There are similar voices engaging the conversation, such as Hagane no Renkyū Yutsushi, Full Metal Alchemist, or the anime Sankanrea, or the 2011 film Hoshio o Kodomo, Journey to Agartha, by the famous director Shinkai Makoto. Here, I am only going to focus on the video game medium, and as advanced on the PS2 game Shadow of the Colossus. But before I jump to discuss it, we need to answer one question, well actually 2 questions. Why and how did the context of the lost decades motivated the telling and discussing of the EBT through this new media? This will be the focus of the following video, where I will explain and discuss the main events that led to the liquefaction of Japan, the uncertainty of boundaries and categories, and the necessity to find something stable and solid, through the exploration of the boundaries between life and death. Well, that is all from me now. Hope to see you in the next video. Please drop a comment and let me know if there's anything you would like to know about today's episode, any observation, something you want me to expand on, or actually anything you would like to ask. Well, thank you again, and see you soon, First Cat. Gordy, say bye to everybody, and apologize for what you've done. Yeah, he's not apologizing. Something for your